Last episode, we talked about how the Soviet bear was startled by the Afghan guerrillas. Whether it was the 107mm rocket launcher or the shoulder-fired rocket launcher, they appeared and disappeared like ghosts. As for the Soviet bear, as the world superpower at the time, it experienced the charm of guerrilla warfare for the first time. But this bear, after all, has been through many battles. To be honest, when it comes to fighting, it is much stronger than the big beauty. Soon, the bear realized that the essence of guerrilla warfare lies in the two words, movement. Hey, look, this mobile warfare was proposed by our instructor. Later, guerrilla warfare evolved from mobile warfare, so when the Soviets saw the word mobile, they wondered, how do we counter guerrilla warfare? The best way is, I will be mobile too, and their speed is faster than yours. Their mobility is stronger than yours. You can't keep up with me. Then the guerrilla tactics will naturally be defeated. Look, even this bear has its experts. So the bear spent a lot of resources on the battlefield in Afghanistan. They deployed a large number of Mi-24 attack helicopters. In an instant, the battlefield situation has reversed. You should know this armed helicopter is all-terrain compatible. What does that mean? It does not need an airport to take off. Just find a relatively flat place. It can take off and land, and it can hover. Plus, its armor is very thick, and it has powerful firepower. It is a flying tank, fighting while flying, and more importantly, it can maneuver quickly. Well-equipped Special Forces personnel. So those guerrilla fighters from the resistance can't really rely on hit-and-run tactics anymore. It is not very effective. Just think about it. That armed helicopter is flying overhead, and within a radius of several dozen kilometers, everything is crystal clear. The guerrilla team had a hard time getting close to the Soviet army camp. They had not even set up the 107 rocket launcher yet. Then the Mi-24 attack helicopter might just fire a burst of cannon at them. So, ever since the Mi-24 attack helicopter joined the battlefield, the situation on the battlefield turned immediately. This really worried the beautiful onlookers outside. That Depau is having the time of her life. I have never enjoyed watching gossip this much. In the first half, I saw the panda get beaten. He was so happy. His butt wrinkles all opened up. I thought, good for you, little bear. Today's your turn. Let me show you how I handled things a few years ago. While I was really enjoying myself, the battlefield situation has reversed. This is a big problem. I can't sit still. Then I have no choice but to go ask the panda. After all, the panda is the ancestor of guerrilla warfare. But the panda did not take it seriously at all. He simply revealed his thoughts with one sentence. How to counter the Mi-24 attack helicopter. We covered this in the previous episode. No more repetition. It is probably the panda saying to send your shoulder-fired anti-air missiles to the battlefield through my hands. If the guerrillas had shoulder-fired anti-air missiles, what would they have to fear from the Mi-24? That big beauty would hear this. Hey, there is no risk here. This is not my fault either. What if the bear gets angry? It might take it out on the panda. Then I would be safe too. So I gladly accepted. As the beautiful one turned around to prepare the missile, the panda spoke up. Having only the anti-aircraft missile is not enough. The big beauty was taken aback. Then why is that not possible? The panda said it was still missing one thing. The big beauty looked confused, asking what was missing. You tell me. The panda pondered for a moment. It is money. When the big beauty heard this, she got angry. You panda, why does everything have to cost money? I did not hold back on giving you things. Why do you have to pay every time we meet? The panda's face sank, looking very serious. Do you want to know the secrets of guerrilla warfare? Hearing this, the handsome one said, Hey, I want to know that I have been tricked like this before, once in Korea, and I still do not know how to solve it. The panda looked profound and beautiful. Listen carefully. The essence of guerrilla warfare lies in the movement of two words. What is movement? It is rapid maneuvering. Whoever masters rapid maneuvering can dominate the battlefield, occupy advantageous positions before the opponent, achieve attack conditions before the opponent, launch an attack before the opponent. Whoever moves slowly, has poor mobility, will be considered a fixed target, can only defend passively. This is the essence of guerrilla warfare. Just look at the beautiful one right now, with a face full of admiration, holding a book in one hand, furiously taking notes, talking to herself, saying, wow, this is all knowledge. So, the panda continued, discussing the problems faced by the guerrillas now. On the surface, it seems to be a lack of air defense capability, but in reality it is due to the slow movement speed. The maneuverability is too poor. Even if I equip them with Stinger missiles, the guerrillas can only turn into stationary air defense positions That still makes them fixed targets. They won't be able to embody the essence of guerrilla warfare. Then, the big guy will hear this. That is true admiration. Oh, so this is the instructor's secret teaching. Then what do you think we should do about the panda situation? The panda looks up at the sky with a long sigh. It still needs money. We need to equip this guerrilla team with a fully mobile off-road platform. This kind of off-road platform must be able to operate in the mountainous hills of Afghanistan. It needs to be able to maneuver quickly in various terrains. And it should require no maintenance or repairs. Moreover, it should have low fuel consumption. After all, there are no gas stations in Shaojia. So fuel supply is also an issue. That Pyongyang heard 40, but we do not have any all-terrain mobile platforms at home. Researching this kind of vehicle is already too late for me. The panda shot a disdainful glance at the big beauty. No need. I have this kind of platform, you know. This big ticket sounds quite amazing. Really, your secret work is pretty good. I had no idea what it looked like all these years. Let me take a look. The panda looked disgusted. Stop talking nonsense. Anyway, it is quite expensive. Give me the money. I will finish it and deliver it to you. Originally, this product was my secret weapon. I was saving it for dealing with you in the future. But now I can't wait any longer. I have to bring it out early. This big beauty. This panda really considers the bigger picture. So I cautiously asked, how much does your all-terrain vehicle cost? How many do I need? How many vehicles are required? I saw the panda calculate for a moment. Based on my estimation, it can't be less. You see, there are over 100,000 guerrillas now. 4 people sitting in one vehicle. That would also require 20,000 vehicles. Let us just cut that in half. We would still need at least over 10,000 vehicles, and each vehicle costs at least $20,000. So including labor and transportation costs, miscellaneous expenses would total at least $300 million. Is it difficult for Da Pyongyang? When that beautiful girl heard this, her heart soared with joy. I thought it would be a lot of money. Only 300 million, no problem. This all-terrain vehicle is pretty cheap, right? It is only $20,000. That is even cheaper than my SUV at home. No problem, Panda. You should get to work quickly. The money will be in place soon. Then he turned around and left. He went home to get the money. There was no conversation along the way. 3 months later, on the battlefield of the Shao family, the situation reversed once again. That Mi-24 attack helicopter encountered unprecedented destruction. The balance of war once again shifted in favor of the guerrillas, and the guerrillas became even more elusive. Amid the rugged mountains of Afghanistan, motorized units with far greater mobility than the regular army. But this beautiful one was not pleased. Holding some materials, fuming, I came to find the panda. Hey, I am talking to you, Panda. You can't do this. What about my stinger? Is that stinger you sent to the front lines? Look at what the guerrillas have. That is your family's red parrot. What about my stinger? Did you take a detour? Hello, you panda. I won't mention the poison stinger you used on me. What kind of all-terrain matching machine is that? Look at that thing. Isn't that just a donkey? Oh, and what secret weapon do you have? What are you trying to show off? You scammed me out of 300 million, bought over 10,000 of your donkeys. Are those donkeys lined with gold? One cost $30,000. Have you gone crazy thinking about money? Just look at that panda, completely indifferent. Wait until that beautiful one finishes speaking. Appeal to that beautiful one, with emotions and reason. Hey, I said big beauty. Why do not you swap your poison stinger for my red parrot? I am thinking of you. Just think about it. Everyone knows that poison stinger belongs to your family. What if the bear finds out later? You won't be able to hide it. So why should I swap it for my red parrot? Isn't that still for you? Besides, my red parrot is imitating Damao's Samoyed. The batch of things I sent over were all written in Russian. Even if the bear finds out, he won't have solid evidence. When that big beauty hears this, it is still the same thing. Oh, so you really are thinking of me? No. So what is up with the donkey? That panda is just picking at its mouth. You are talking about that donkey, right? You have to think of it this way. We should not worry about those details. Just say it is 10,000 donkeys. So how's the performance on that battlefield in Afghanistan? First, you do not need to refuel, right? You can just grab some grass to feed it. Second, is it all terrain compatible? Which of your cars can achieve that level? Just that little donkey from my family. In those hilly areas, the only one that can match all terrains is my family's donkey. This is the advantage of the breed. You should try importing some from Africa. But those in Africa are called wild donkeys. They can run on the grasslands. But once they enter the mountains, they can't handle it at all. In the whole world, only our family, from Baoding, Hebei, has this kind of strength. Hey, do not think it is expensive. If you put it into the fire and roast it, 2 ounces can sell for 15 yuan. And the offal on the plate? Those are all sky-high prices, right? Believe me, just listen. Isn't this the market situation I mentioned? To supply over 10,000 donkeys on the battlefield, our family's donkey hide gelatin has been discontinued. Common people can no longer afford it. Just think about the price we have paid. And you still think that 300 million is too expensive. Only I can help you out in the whole world. This is like a dog biting Changdong bin. This big beauty was left speechless. After hearing that, she thought to herself, it seems like it is still the same. It just feels like something is off, but I can't quite put my finger on it right now. So I did not say anything more. Hey, I am not just making this up. You can check it out. This incident happened around 1985. Look at that time frame. It is just like what we talked about regarding the empty missile series. It matches 1983. He and Xiao Yi teamed up brilliantly. Using that strange Snake 3-chips missile, they cost Panda 500 million. Hey, this is 1985. Panda used that donkey and the red parrot to bring him back. Hey, look here. Listening to the program, The Remnants of the Wind. It is all interconnected. It is all substantial content. Not a single episode is filler, including my electronic station, from episode 20 to episode 25. Some people think it is just the remnants of a once talented person. They think the videos are getting watered down, but that is not the case. Just wait and see. Everything we discuss later will be useful. Alright, let us continue. Think about how badly that bear was defeated. Do you think he will just let it go? This group of Afghan guerrillas is carrying my Samson and attacking my Mi-24. Isn't that funny? Someone must be behind this. Most likely, it is that Panda. Only he could pull something like this off in the whole world. We need to investigate. If I can find even a little evidence, this won't be over. So the KGB started the investigation process. Back then, the KGB was one of the top 5 intelligence agencies in the world. It ranked among the top 2. After a thorough investigation, the conclusion was that whether it was at Sabzi or those over 10,000 donkeys, they all originated from Pakistan. There was no connection to that panda at all. Well, speaking of this, I bet some netizens are asking, if that bear is so foolish, how can it not see what is going on? Of course, it can see it clearly. So this international incident is quite complex. There is no such thing as a straightforward narrative. It is all about mutual manipulation, a mutual exchange of interests. It is quite complicated. No one is truly a fool. In fact, since the beginning of the Afghan war, when the bear got involved, it felt off. Then you know what is going on. But he believes the real crux is not the panda. The true opponent is still the big beauty. So this hairy bear did not just sit back and wait. It also took a series of countermeasures, that is, between 1980 and 1988. The Iran-Iraq war that occurred in the Middle East. Which two Iraq are we talking about? It is Iraq and Iran. So who supported Iran back then? That would be the Soviet Union. And who supported Iraq? That would be the US. The Soviet Union originally planned to support Iran to attack the Arab world, to undermine the petrodollar. And as for the big beauty, it supported Iraq to push back, to fend off the enemy outside the national gates. Thus, the war lasted for more than 8 years. Towards the end, the war had turned into a stalemate. These two countries were not foolish either. Aren't you two the ones paying us to risk our lives? Then we will just show up, without putting in any effort. Anyway, I have seen it. No one can swallow this whole... Later on, they started scamming for aid, especially after 1985. Saddam was crazily asking the Americans for aid. The Americans have to give it too. After all, they are risking their lives. Iran is also asking the Russians for assistance. And the Russians have to give it. Hey, why are we talking about this? Because someone nearby is getting anxious. Who? It is that little guy from Qatar. What is he so anxious about? You have to think like this. Iran is attacking the Arab world. But who was fighting at the front? It was Iraq, under Saddam. Over these 5 or 6 years, Iraq's prestige kept growing. Apparently, it had already become the leader of the entire Arab world. So what do you think is going on in Little Saw's mind? He still has 2 holy cities in his hands. One is called Mecca. Then you need to see what Saddam's last name is. His full name is Saddam Hussein. See, Hussein? You want to understand this part. You need to watch my previous program. It is not this 25th episode. It is that episode about the Henan crying spirit appearing in the Middle East. That episode explains it clearly. What kind of person is that Hussein? He is also from the Hashim family. Do you think Shah is feeling anxious? You, Iraq, you have gradually become the leader of the Arab world, and you are still a member of the Hashim family. These 2 holy cities, were taken from your family. Do you think this little guy can sleep? He definitely can't sleep, especially with that big beauty back then. Crazy. In support of Saddam, little guy feels like he has been cast into the cold palace. That resentful woman is off the charts. You know, in this world, the highest emotional intelligence belongs to pandas. The panda sees it all. It slaps its thigh. Business is coming. So it takes the initiative to confide in this little Shah. Hey, I am telling you, little Shah, I see you have been feeling pretty lonely lately. Did that gorgeous girl dump you? Then little Shah is acting like a jilted lover, starting to lay out the facts and reason. Oh, what an ungrateful person. Now he is hanging out with that Iraqi. That Iraqi gets whatever he wants from him. He does not even think about me at all. Hey, this panda is starting to become a woman's best friend. Or maybe you are just overthinking it. After all, that beautiful girl is busy outside. She is dealing with serious matters, so she can't be with you every day. If you ask her for something, let us see if she buys it for you. He is going to buy it for you. That means he still cares about you. If he does not buy it for you, then we will talk about it. Hey, when this little Shay heard it, it made sense, so what should I ask for? Let him buy me a pack. Then the panda said, he is familiar with buying bags too. In that case, you can ask him for a missile. One that can hit over 2,000 kilometers, a high-end model. See if he will buy it for you. If he does, that means he still cares about you. When Xiao Sha hears that, she won't cry anymore. I was just thinking, I need to see what exactly is on this beautiful girl's mind. So, little Shay took the opportunity to discuss with the beautiful girl. I said, beautiful girl, I want a medium-range ballistic missile. One that can hit over 2,000 kilometers. Can you buy me one? When that big beauty heard this, what do you want that for? I have ballistic missiles over 2,000 kilometers at home. And they all come with nuclear warheads. Then I will give you a nuclear missile. Then my uncle would kill me. I can't give you a ballistic missile. You should choose something else. No way, I will buy you a pack. Then that little Shah turned around, crying, and ran away. This big beauty looked so confused. What is wrong with her? Why does she suddenly want a missile? After little Shay went back, she started looking for that panda. You see, he did not buy it for me. Sure enough, he changed his mind. He is going to make things better for that Saddam. What am I supposed to do then? At that time, Iraq will definitely swallow me up. Just listen to that friend of women. Don't cry, little Shah. It is okay. It is just a missile. I will give you that little Shay a listen. Then you won't cry anymore. Did you bring the warhead for the missile? Panda, take a look. No one is around. He leaned in and said, the complete version. When this little guy heard it, he was overjoyed. I want it. How much? The panda holds up 2 fingers. That is the amount. Tomorrow, cash will be loaded onto the ship and sent to your home. I want 32 of them. The panda said, there is a condition. I need to hold on to this button. Otherwise, I won't feel at ease. Xiao Sha, hit down on his back molar. You send someone to handle it. Make sure to protect my last safety. The panda gave an okay sign, no problem. And so, this incident happened. This was in the year 1987. As Panda predicted, it indeed turned out after the Iran-Iraq war ended, Saddam, overconfidence. Not only did they become the leader of the Arab world, but they also aimed to reclaim their main coastal region along the Red Sea, which includes Mecca and Medina. I think everyone knows what happened later. At their most critical moment, Saudi Arabia deployed these 32 Dongfeng 3 missiles with a range of 800 kilometers across the entire Middle East. Even Xiao Yi was completely stunned. From this moment on, these 32 Dongfeng 3 missiles became Saudi Arabia's national treasure. Not only that, these 32 missiles are like nails driven into the heart of the petrodollar system. No one expected that this move was actually a trap set by Panda BU. This situation has been hidden for 25 years. After 25 years, the world finally sees the true strategic purpose of this situation. The depth of the panda's scheming is indeed rare. Alright, that is it for the basic knowledge. Time flies. Over 20 years of turbulent change, the world is no longer the same. Late May 2022. He sat by the window, his eyes gazing outside. That series of events from over 20 years ago, though it feels like a lifetime ago, still appears vividly before his eyes. Now this big beauty wants to return to the Asia Pacific to confront that panda. Trade wars, tech wars, economic wars, even virus wars. One wave after another, and that panda remains unfazed. Although it takes a defensive stance, it has remained steadfast to this day. It naturally made Dr. Singh think of a line from the novel, "He may be strong, but the gentle breeze brushes the hilltop. He may be stubborn, but the bright moon shines over the great river."